Here on Capitol Hill, liberals are donning their mock MAGA hats, filling their impeachment mugs with Kofifi, and cooling off their peach mint cobblers as impeachment hearings hit the Senate this week. With perhaps the most crooked president in American history, this thing should be a cinch, like stealing candy from an indefinitely detained Mexican baby. Just take the Constitution's emoluments clause, which forbids executive corruption. According to Public Citizen, Trump's collection of businesses and properties around the world presents a unique ethical minefield, one exacerbated by Trump's refusal to sell his properties before taking office. Trump blamed reporters for the scrutiny over what he termed this phony emoluments clause. What an outrage! A president of the United States talking about our Constitution as if it's a contestant on Celebrity Apprentice. Title of nobility clause, you're fired. Call up Frank Capra. Let's book this perp. We need the Ethics Committee on this right away. Isn't that right, Speaker Pelosi?
Our consensus in our caucus is that we will proceed under the auspices of where this matter is relevant, and that is in the Intelligence Committee.
Intelligence, so not the Ethics Committee. Okay, well, maybe they'll come up with something good. Trump's foreign policy has been an unconstitutional disaster, from his unauthorized support for the Saudi war in Yemen to the airstrikes in Syria, which Congressman Ted Lieu described as frickin' illegal. Frickin' illegal indeed. Not quite as bad as fucking illegal, still better than fudging illegal. Now, as Rashida Tlaib would say, let's impeach this motherfricker. Man. Some of these politicians just need to get better at cursing. What is this, an episode of Family Matters? After years of hedging on impeachment, Speaker Pelosi finally came around in September when she tasked the Intelligence Committee probe to be focused on allegations that Trump asked the leader of Ukraine to initiate an investigation that could have benefited his re-election. That's it? This is the most criminal president in history, and yet Congress has only passed 2 articles of impeachment against him, related to the Ukraine scandal. There's emoluments. There's the hush money, the Stormy Daniels. There are the migrant children who have died in federal custody. There's the Trump University fraud scandal, the improper security clearance given to Jared Kushner, the negligence in Puerto Rico during Hurricane Maria. There's Trump's request to the FBI that they jail reporters, the rape allegations, the letting us die from climate change, the tax evasion, the bombing of countries we're not supposed to be at war with, the failure to deliver quality steaks. But these aren't the things the Senate is now considering. Instead, they're looking at Trump's request to President Zelensky that he investigate the fact that Joe Biden's son got a $1 million a year job on the board of a Ukrainian gas company without any experience in gas or companies. Now, while Trump obviously broke the law, it still might not be the best look for the Democratic frontrunner to have wall-to-wall coverage about him and his son probably being corrupt. That's like if the House launched an investigation into whether or not Trump accused Jill Biden of biting off all of her husband's toes. No matter how it goes, now all we'll be thinking about is the Bidens having some kind of weird toe finger biting fetish. I mean, they totally do, but that's beside the point. Even though the House of Representatives voted to impeach President Trump, the Senate, which is controlled by Republicans, is unlikely to do the same, especially on a charge that's eliciting very little outrage from the American people. So why is it that the Democrats are choosing this to impeach Trump on? Well, since it's now a year after the Russia investigation dissipated like a wet fart, it seems the Democrats figure the next best thing is to find a scandal somewhere Russia adjacent and hope no one notices it's a different country. Reporting from Washington, I'm Anders Lee for Redacted Tonight.